Good morning. It's Tuesday morning here in McAllen, Texas. So I get up this morning, and what was on my mind was Sunday night. I wish I would have got this lady's name. She's she's African with a heavy English accent. She's got a master's in philosophy and um, something in sociology, and she's just so vivacious. Just her level of energy is like whoo, right? And she's got a couple little techniques that she uses, but what really I know the super sauce to her formula is her enthusiasm. I'm like, how do you get that enthusiastic like that, right? And it just is overwhelming. And so I'm thinking about, I get up, I do my prayer, I read my scriptures, I do my meditation and prayers, and then I go for a bike ride. And I'm listening to, I listen to Proverbs. It's a song. It's a song. So I listen to that on the way to the park. And then I'm walking in the park, and like 2 miles, and I started thinking about when I was boxing. I lost 10 of my first 12 fights, and then Roy Jones Sr. told me, "You gotta have fun. You gotta." I'm like, gotta have fun fighting. I'm like, what a concept, right? So I started doing things like dictating where the fight was taking place in the ring, and I decided that I'd start learning to pick the corner, and I got really good at cutting the ring off by, I not just putting them in any corner, but a specific corner of the ring, the entire round or the whole fight. Got really good at it. I would do things like I would sing marching jodies out loud, and it would do some couple things. It would make the guy I was sparring with, their brain would hold still because they're trying to understand what I'm saying. And when their brain is stopped, I'm hitting them, right? And so that it's fun to think about that already, right? How I knew I was good at, I don't care how many sit-ups you do or how many, how well your abs are defined. Boy, I'd find them solar plexus. I'll take you right down. And other little tricks. If I got your head turned with a left hook or a straight right hand, I would just keep hitting you with it, and all of a sudden, I wouldn't let you get your head back. And if you can't see me, you can't hit me, and that was my purpose. But I figured out if I kept doing it, people would fall down. And so, implementing those strategies got to be very fun. Okay, and then and I had to adopt. You couldn't just be good enough. You just couldn't be to win. You couldn't just match the level of a guy that you were across the ring from. I had to win. I had to go beyond the point of normalcy. Okay, and I learned to function at that level all the time. Right. So then, so that was partying in my brain. And then I remember it was like 2 years ago. I determined that I was going to challenge Jack LaLanne's push-up record. So I'd been, after I turned 50, I kind of joke around saying, I'm Jack LaLanne reincarnated, right? And I stumbled on. I was looking up one of his videos, and I stumbled on his push-up record. It was like 1,063 push-ups in 24 minutes. And I had done like 570 push-ups in 14 minutes like a few months earlier. And I'm like, I think I can. So I kept working up to it. And then I gave it a trial run like the Friday after Thanksgiving. And I did 1,001. So I go to Reuben's Grocery. They got like the best superfoods on the planet, and Ugo, the younger brother, he's like the area expert on on superfoods, and I asked him if I was thinking he had like some sort of nutritional hack, because I would get that burn, lactic acid buildup in my chest and my shoulders, and I thought he may have some sort of nutritional hack to help me, get past that barrier. He didn't have anything. He listen to some motivational music like the theme to Rocky, or go watch that movie, Hacksaw Ridge, where the guy's like, please God, one more, please God, one more push-up, right? But what I figured out was, if I hyperventilate, I increase my oxygen rate, I can blow all the way to 100 without getting that buildup of the lactic acid. And so then I did the challenge, and I did 1116 push-ups in 24 minutes. So I beat Jack LaLanne's record. And then shortly after that, I ran the marathon, and it was getting upset because I'm just creeping along and these people are walking and passing me, and I'm trying to run. And I started, I was like the 20-mile mark, and I started like yelling at myself and like, come on, Red. That was like my alter ego's Red, and like David Goggins is Goggins. With me, it was Red, because I got that name from boxing. They used to call me, Little Red, and then I got the SEAL teams. That's all I used to call me was Red. And I'm like, come on, Red, and I started doing the, increasing my breathing, and I started singing them Jodies, and then like the last 2 miles, man, I was in full stride. I ended up finishing that race in a full sprint, and I'm like, what? Okay, so all of those little strategies are the same little strategies that you need to get up and to increase your energy and enthusiasm, all right, when you're dealing with people. So that physical, Tony Robbins talks about it. You got to get at a higher state. You got to get that higher state physically first. So that's why I get up early and I work out in the morning, okay, to get that higher state. Okay, stand up when I give a speech. Even if I'm doing it on Zoom, I put the laptop on the counter and I'm standing up, giving my presentation. It makes a difference in how you sound, your tone, and your enthusiasm, and your energy comes across better when you're standing up. I learned that in sales. You stand up when you're making your calls. You get your headset on. They can't see you, but they can hear the difference in your energy. And that's all the difference it is. That's all that is. Okay, it's Xuan Win created our system because he knew that he had some challenges with the heavy accent, little short guy, and he wasn't going to impress somebody with how he looked or how he talked. So he made the information the star. Okay, but if you can speak clearly and more energy and be more scripted and more enthusiastic and know when to hit the high points or know when to emphasize certain things, then it's going to increase your chances of delivering that information, those strategies. Okay, it's I had a pastor. He was a assistant pastor at the Catholic church I went to, and he said his job was to deliver the word. The word has his own living, breathing entity, and people will take out of it what they need for their life, right? And he had to deliver the word without getting his own agenda in the way. That's what we do. That's what we do, all right? And when you understand that there's nobody can pick apart what we do. It's all sound information. We have great companies and great products that we can offer people, and you got to know that. And when you know that, you can be fearless. You know, and then there's nothing like getting somebody at a higher level when it comes to their finances, and it takes their whole life to the next level. There's nothing like it. There's not a fitness program or a diet program and that's all part of it. That's all part of it. You know, your nutrition, there's a direct connection between nutrition and mental health. Direct correlation. I could almost pinpoint when my confidence started to increase. Hey, it's when I started eating right. Them green leafy proteins, right? I could almost, nail it down to the day. And I'm like, wow, what? I could pick up the change. It was that quick. All right. So all of those things together, right? And when you talk to people about what we do, I mean, people can work really hard and be very dedicated and disciplined and put that money away, all right, and get their whole retirement funded, but if they don't keep up with their health, they end up spending all that money in doctors and hospitals, right? So it's not just doing the right things with your money, it's doing the right things with the rest of your life. I just put out a campaign email on a campaign manager, all right, with something to directly correlation between financial literacy and your physical health. There's a tie-in, direct correlation. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Right. All right. I think I got my point across. I'm pretty amped, if you can't tell, right? And it's all accumulation of getting my workout in this morning, putting my focus in a positive direction, right? Recalling those times where I stoked myself up, and basically that's all I had to do to make it happen for me and to be excited. Isn't that amazing? Incredible, right? And then with what we have and how it can enhance other people's lives, that turns me on. I'm excited about that. I am fired up. All right. Have a great Tuesday.